resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Good evening, New Orleans. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280, coming to you live from Spreaker and the tubbyandcoos.com studios.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry about all the technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's we don't actually use this app to broadcast as much since we're always in the studio.
I know, right? It's strange. So now, as always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek, or check out our website at twigradio.com, or follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio. Brian, now how can people listen to this show?
Well, obviously, the folks who are listening right now via Spreaker, either Spreaker.com or the Spreaker app for your smartphone or tablet. You can also check us out on YouTube. We have our YouTube channel, and you're very happy
the
about
dirty
this.
iPhone app.
Yes, iTunes. We're on iTunes.
I win.
Oh, geez, Dave.
So, all right, well, we have a bit of an abbreviated show today because we have no Scungy.
Yeah, no. So normally we would open the show with Scungy's Pick of the Week, and he'd have a video game for us to review. However, he's at a Mardi Gras parade.
What a suck.
I know. So, but...
Well, it's good because he really didn't have a very good choice tonight. He didn't really have one either.
No, he didn't have...
He was going to pull some magic out of his butthole.
Apparently, there is a dearth of new games at the moment. So,
well, no, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, I said that's what I said at the moment.
Oh.
However, there are a couple things that he wanted to mention to you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? You're gonna give me some messages from Scungy?
Yeah, pretty much.
From
yes.
the great beyond.
Right. So the first thing is he wanted to eat a little crow because last week he mentioned that he didn't think that there'd be a Lego Star Wars coming out.
That is correct.
Bang! We get a Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Like the next day or almost 2 days later. It's
exactly.
It's like here's Lego,
right?
And here's some more crap for you to buy.
Well, like we didn't see that coming.
Yeah, we did. You and I both did because I listened to the replay today.
Right. So the other thing. That he wanted to mention to you is that apparently in Lego Avengers,
okay,
you can play a female Thor.
My jaw just dropped.
What?
Oh, God.
What? What's wrong with that? There's a female version of Thor out there.
In the comic books.
In the comic books, exactly.
Not in the movies.
Well, it's like an Easter egg. You know, it's something special.
Screw Easter. Stupid bunny. Bringing around female Thors. Don't get me started. I went on that tirade at that comic convention that time out in Kennebra.
Yeah.
And, that one lady was cheering me on. She's like, yeah, Thor's hot. I want to do him.
I don't think she said all that, Dave.
Well, it's in my mind.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
What a strange place in your mind.
It is. So, all right, Brian, well, then what do you want to do first then?
What do I want to do first? Well, I guess we should probably...
Want to do Word of the Day?
Yeah, we can knock that out.
Let's do that.
And now it's time for the Word of the Day.
Hell, you could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough. It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
Shake it back! The Word of the Day.
I love it. Say it one more time.
Shake it back! The Word of the Day is brought to you by the Vaping Tiger. Find them on the web at vapingtiger.com. The Word of the Day.
Sing with me. What's the word?
The word's, it's kind of weird. It's desiderata.
You pick the word and you don't even know how to pronounce it? There's usually a pronunciation underneath it.
Desiderata. I
don't believe you.
Desiderata.
Desiderata?
Yeah, desiderata. It means
sounds
things...
like some rodeo.
Things wanted or needed.
Things wanted or needed.
It's
what? Say it again?
Desiderata.
Desiderata.
Yes. So it is the plural also of desideratum.
Desideratum.
Yes.
Dum.
It's
I don't like this word.
You don't like
desideratum.
Because you can't make some kind of
desiderata. It's too hard to say.
We can't always do easy words.
It doesn't
Dave.
roll off the tongue. roll in the hay.
Oh, man.
Desiderata. That's not a word you're going to use randomly in a show.
You could.
I need to get that old Pee Wee Herman thing. Every time someone says Desiderata.
This Week in Geek History is my favorite segment of the show, amongst other Desiderata that we use to put this thing together. So.
What?
I just used it in a sentence.
I don't believe that. Wait, what? I don't like this word. Let's move on.
Okay, fair enough.
It hurts my head. You know what?
What?
And now your top nerd news stories from around the world. Brought to you by Heroes Corner Comics. Find them on the World Wide Web at heroescornercomics.com. And now your top nerd news stories.
All right. So
where do you want to
start?
Well,
we've got a bunch of news to kind of cover,
yeah.
and some of the stuff is gonna get me excited.
Probably.
Some of the stuff's gonna get you excited.
So
we have a.
When I put this list together, it's the newest is at the top. If you want to go to the bottom and work your way up,
some of this stuff is not Desiderata.
Yeah, well.
All right. Well, I don't know which one you want to talk about. So you're saying we should start at the bottom and go up?
Well, that's because that's the oldest news.
Okay. Well,
right?
but let's go from oldest to newest.
All right. So Michael Coulter confirms Iron Fist has been cast, and they talked a little bit about Luke Cage season 1. But we don't know who the casting is yet. They haven't released that yet.
So they cast them, but they didn't tell us who.
Right, exactly.
Well,
so
they suck.
Well, and then they're talking about, Luke Cage season 1, and, there's speculation like how much Jessica Jones is going to show up in the season, right? She kind of left him hanging at the end of Jessica Jones,
okay.
Right? That kind of weird goodbye where he just kind of wakes up and he's just shot. He's done. And so, but of course, in the comics, they're married. They have a kid.
All right.
So and that's going to happen, right? They're not retconning that or anything, thankfully. But so yeah, I mean, we should get something later this year. I think Luke Cage is going to be available.
Okay.
So.
And that's only available on Netflix, correct?
Correct.
So I don't know. I got an email from Netflix saying, "Please come back. We want you back."
Yeah. No. I mean,
I don't know. Maybe I'll cash in my free code and go binge watch a bunch of stuff in Daredevil and all that.
There's a lot of Whovians that are put out Sherlock fans because all that got yanked off of Netflix.
I heard about that. There was quite the kerfuffle.
Yes, and
apparently it wasn't Desiderata.
Apparently not. But they don't know what's happening to it yet, right? I saw an article pop up today about a streaming service from the BBC, but that article is from last September, so. We don't know what's happening.
Remember that time I busted somebody on the air about how they were able to see certain BBC episodes of Doctor Who?
Yes, you basically declared somebody a pirate live on the air.
Well, no, it wasn't really pirating. They just changed their IP address to show us that they lived in Britain when they actually lived in Metairie. Or not Metairie, New Orleans. Yeah, totally out there. But so I'm sure there's ways around it to find it.
There are, if you want to. But look, my wife and I, we watch streaming Doctor Who because we buy the seasons on Amazon. So
you can buy anything on Amazon then.
Pretty much. Speaking
of Amazon, I know that. What a segue there, Brian.
So apparently Amazon is opening 300 physical stores.
W.T. Fudge.
Right. So there's a CEO of these malls, right?
Okay.
And he made a statement during some, financial discussion or whatever about, Amazon's opening these stores, right? So it wasn't like some kind of release from Amazon itself. It's just this big CEO guy making a statement in some kind of investors meeting or something. I don't know. Maybe this is a plan, right, to get their brand spread further across the United States in preparation for drone deliveries, Dave.
Well, all right, all joking aside, though, I mean, from what I was gathering from the articles, that they want to basically open up a bunch of Borders/Barnes & Nobles of Amazon.
Well,
that they want to have bookstores when they already, from our friend Candace at Tubby & Coos, who said that, Amazon already produces I believe 80% of the marketplace almost.
Yeah, they do a lot.
And she was saying they publish more books than anyone in the world. And the number she gave me was like, let's say, I'm pulling this number out my butt, but let's say 100 million titles are produced by Amazon each year. Like Penguin, Tor, Random House, they only produce maybe like 100. So I mean, it's such a huge disparity in the numbers of how many books that these major publishers produce per year as to what Amazon cranks out. Like somebody was it Trisha who commented on the Facebook feed about how I just hope they have the dinosaur romance section.
Right. So I mean, I guess you're talking about the ability for writers to produce works through Amazon and have like the pay to print type.
Yeah. I mean, but that's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff.
But I mean, look, bringing up Candace again from tubbyandcoos.com. She kind of was almost booed off the stage because she stood up at this meeting of booksellers talking about how Amazon isn't really the devil, that you can work with them, and it is a way to help build your business, but the biggest thing is that technically Amazon and all the people that buy books from them, they don't pay taxes. So right off the top, Amazon is beating brick and mortar bookstores by 10%. So I mean, it's already 10% cheaper to go get it off the damn internet than it is to go to a bookstore.
Right. I can see where that would make things very difficult.
I really kind of wanted to have Candace on. I think maybe at some point we probably should, because if this story gets any more traction or gets a little more valid, a little more validity to it, dude, that's really gonna hurt the small publishers. But it also Barnes and Nobles and those guys. Borders already shut down. Borders shut down a long time ago.
Small publishers, you mean small bookstores?
I mean bookstores.
Okay.
Yeah, the small businesses.
No, yeah. I mean, well, it's kind of like Walmart rolling into small towns and then kicking the mom and pops.
Mom and pop. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to kind of know.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, I'll give you an instance from me for shopping small. I wanted to go get a Mardi Gras ladder for the parades this year,
right.
and we went and got a new one because the one we've been using is all busted out. And so I was going to go to Lowe's. Because it was like on Veterans. It was on my way home, and I'm like, well, let me just stop here and get a ladder. And as I pulled up, I didn't see any out there. And then immediately I was like, you know what? Why the hell am I here? So I pull up my phone, go to Ace Hardware, which is always owned by local people. It's called Bill Yachts or something like that.
Right.
And I call them up. I'm like, hey, y'all have ladders? They're like, yeah, we got them like $130. So I go over there and I buy from the small business. And I even walked in. I was like, look, I almost bought it from Lowe's, but I figured I'd shop here. And they're like, thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because those Ace Hardwares are they're franchises.
Yeah.
So, they are a small business that, but Lowe's destroys them.
It is definitely important to support small business.
Boy, this is a odd episode we're having.
It is
all cerebral and crap.
Well,
I want to make fart noises now.
Oh, jeez. Stop, Dave. All right.
This is too heady for me.
You took it down the road like that.
Sorry. Well, let's get off of it.
All right.
This road sucks.
Next. This show is a sham.
Spaceballs.
Yeah, Spaceballs sequel is a go.
The return of Barf, but he's not. Are they going to recast it? Or are they going to?
I don't know, because they talked about bringing the original characters back.
Mel Brooks always spoofs it, so it's kind of like Weird Al would always spoof the songs.
Yeah.
He might literally just almost do a full straight-on ripoff of The Force Awakens.
Well, and that's what I was thinking would be really cool is if he went out and started and said, hey, Spaceball 7. Like, if he just skipped everything. I think that would be fantastic.
That would be great.
So, hey, what are we on?
You're saying we should probably take a break?
Well, I'm wondering what the time is.
I don't know. Well, we've been talking for a while, Mr. Held.
Yes.
So, you know what? That's a good idea. Why don't we just go ahead and take a break?
Okay.
So, guys, this is the Week in Geek coming to you live from the tubbyandcoos.com studio, a.k.a. my living room. And we're on Spreaker.com. You can find this on Spreaker.com.
Or the Spreaker app for your smartphone or tablet.
All right, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. The Legend of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses, comes to the Sanger Theater on April 1st. A 4-movement symphony based on Nintendo's Legend of Zelda franchise, with breathtaking video, beautifully timed with a full orchestra and choir. For more information, go to zeldasymphony.com or buy your tickets now at ticketmaster.com.
The 39th Annual Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Gaming Convention, CoastCon, is happening this March 4th through 6th in the Gulf Coast Coliseum in Biloxi. CoastCon is the longest-running and largest convention in Mississippi. Enjoy 3 days of gaming, costumes, shopping, and guest panels with such amazing guests like Steve Bloom from Star Wars Rebels, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn from Naruto, and New York Times bestselling author Jacqueline Carey. For more information, go to coastcon.org or check out their Facebook page. CoastCon, March 4th through 6th. Don't miss it.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Maybon Pomegranate, will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
Now back to The Week in Geek.
Ooh, I'm so happy.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
This is brilliant dialogue.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Spreaker at the tubbyandcoos.com studios. This is Brian with
David DeCorbier. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun.
All right, so we're going to get back to our top nerd news.
Yes. Where did we leave off? I was waxing poetic on a bunch of crap.
We were. So, hey, we left off with Spaceballs.
Spaceballs.
I have to kind of say this to kind of keep my cred. Is that I'm cool with seeing another Spaceballs, right? Because I'm.
Well, that brings us to another reboot, Brian.
It does.
MacGyver.
Oh, okay, so no, right? No on MacGyver, okay? Because there's only one MacGyver, Richard Dean Anderson, right?
Right.
And I just don't see it.
What about the reboot of Stretch Armstrong?
Yeah, who cares?
I meant to bring that up last show.
Yeah.
So it's like they're going through our goddamn toy boxes.
They are
just picking up random toys and random shows. Like, hey, what about this? Yeah. Put that on there too. I mean, they're making a Stretch Armstrong cartoon.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
I mean, it was such a ridiculous toy, you know. But I mean, our toys were crap back then anyway. So it's like, hey, it's a toy that's hard to break. I'll play with it.
I mean, you know, we just sit here. We constantly complain about the offerings that we get out of, you know, essentially Hollywood and these media companies. It's like, guys, you know, do you have no writers of any worth?
I don't think they have any presence on social media either, because they can't see the outcrying of, like, you know, what the hell is this crap?
Well,
but on that other other side of the token, though, people keep flocking to the theaters to see these rebooted pieces of crap.
Well, and I think what it is, it's the safe bet, right? Those guys are really looking for a guaranteed ROI, return on investment.
Oh.
Yeah. And, it's we as consumers need to stop, enabling
Well,
that.
we don't go to that crap.
Well, we don't.
So, you out there, stop going to that crap.
And while we're talking about reboots, Bryan Singer's supposed to helm a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea reboot from Fox.
Yeah, all right. So, I posted that on Facebook today. So, what the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and remember League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
I do.
That's all open source material. I can't remember what the word is, where it's like there's no copyrights on it because it's a general.
Not open source.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
something like that. Yeah, I can't remember what the term is, but basically anybody can use it for whatever purposes, because
Right.
it doesn't. You don't pay anyone.
There's no royalties,
Right,
There's
yeah.
no licensing. Yeah,
Right.
I get it.
So royalty-free characters. So Alan Quartermain. They bring all these people back and just keep retreading the same crap. So Bryan Singer is basically like, I'm going to make a new one, and I'm going to call it 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and you're going to see all your favorites, Captain Nemo, and they'll do some science fiction-y stuff, too. I mean, that's almost in essence kind of what his quote was.
Right.
We're going to do some cool stuff with it.
Yeah.
It's like, yay. He's like, because I did so great with the X-Men movies.
Right. Whatever.
But it's Marvel, Brian.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea isn't.
Well, no, but X-Men is.
Yeah, but that's Fox. So, and, I was just thinking, Fox sucks, and then I was going to follow it with something, but
Yeah.
Hey, so Chewbacca was last weekend.
It was. So how was it?
So I believe the final count on attendance as far as paid marchers in Chewbacca was 2,400.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I heard y'all had lead weights around your ankles.
So apparently there was a garbage fire during the parade. Yeah, like some gutter punks on the side of the road.
Oh, my favorite. Everyone's favorite.
They set a sofa and some other garbage on fire on the side of the road.
Why?
Yeah. And,
Gutter punks, man.
right. So things got a little screwed up. There could have been a train. We do have to cross train tracks. Who knows? But it took us. I was with Crew to Who. We were in spot 87 out of 107.
Wow.
And it took us 4 hours from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. to get to the den.
Well, at least you got your money's worth.
Oh yeah. I wanted to cut my feet off at the end of it. So, shout out to Ryan and one of my unit troopers out there who made some fantastic apple cinnamon mead for all of the unit troopers. Yeah, it was great.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, I was very put out by you, Brian.
Why?
I've come to expect a certain level of excellence from you, sir.
Okay.
And you failed me.
What did I do?
You didn't take any damn pictures.
I took a few.
No,
but
you took pictures with the masses. You're like, local celebrity Brian held selfie. But you didn't take any pictures. They were all like, look, I'm with local celebrity Brian Held, but you didn't take any pictures.
Because I had a job to do. I was with unit. We were there to protect
Your
Crew to Who.
security. And since it's radio, air quotes, your security.
That actually parade escort is the proper term.
Ooh, how much is that an hour? Is that like what you put on Craigslist? Brian Held, parade escort.
Yeah, well. All right.
So, but you had a good time. Everybody had a good time. I mean, look, I have a cigarette machine in Mimi's on the Marigny right there on Franklin. And it was funny because I'll go in there to fill the cigarette machine. And I'm like, Mimi, how was Chewbacca? She's like, she goes, it took forever, but it was awesome. You know, so I mean, like the neighborhood loves it. It's when it takes long, it's New Orleans. Everybody understands. Crap's gonna happen on a parade, right?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, from all accounts, from everybody I spoke to, everybody had a great time. If there was some drama, it didn't make the news.
Right.
So that's always good.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So let's see what's next on the list. How about the Flash Supergirl crossover? You excited about that?
Actually, I'm the plot. I'm not overly concerned about that. I think they'll do okay because the Flash is really good. It's the same producers. I'm more shocked about the fact that you have two different networks and two different companies. You got Warner Brothers and DC and ABC,
right?
And then you've got the CW. All of them working together, so you've got two different producers and two different television stations
right.
that are working together. I mean, and it's technically the same, pseudo source material. It's all DC/comic books,
right?
But this is uncharted territory almost in my mind.
Yeah.
That this is something that you never see that because it's like, oh, well, it's competing ratings. We don't want to, give those bums down the dial a chance to up their ratings.
Well, but we're going to see it again real soon when Spider-Man shows up in Captain America.
That's movies, though, Brian.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
no,
still...
that's a movie. No, that's completely different, though, because they bought Spider-Man back. They own him.
No,
again.
they don't completely own him.
They own him
Sony
enough.
Pictures still owns him.
Well, what I'm talking about right here is the television, the TV shows, two different competing stations. It's like it'd be like I don't know, how do I put it for you? It'd be like
no, I get it. I understand what you're trying to say. It's just I don't see it as that big a deal, right?
It is. It is a big deal.
I mean,
you're wrong because you're some dirty heathen who refuses to watch television.
Why? Because I stream it all?
Yeah, weirdo.
Oh, all right, moving on.
Weirdo.
Mm-hmm. So I put this little snippet in here just kind of to mess with you, actually. I posted an article.
How dare you?
Earlier today. It was 5 rules of video game buying. It was on crack.com. It was actually a pretty nifty article. And basically the guy is deriding just everyone. Why do you wait in line to buy a video game?
Okay.
Right? There's digital distribution now. All you have to do is press a couple of buttons on your controller.
Well, unless you got a terabyte drive in there, which I don't.
Well, but those purchases should still exist within Xbox. You could probably delete a game and
I didn't go to the stores, the brick and mortar stores, to buy Fallout. I downloaded it on my Xbox.
Right, but there are still people who do. I mean, I showed up for the midnight release at Fallout. I pre-ordered mine.
You some dirty Luddite.
The reason that I pre-ordered mine is because I wanted the collector's edition because I'm, dumb like that.
Yeah, and you didn't get it.
No, I did.
In time.
It doesn't matter. So, in any case, there were people there. But even still, the article was about, why do you pre-order the game, even if you're going to do digital distribution, right? Digital download. Why pay for the game ahead of time? Just buy it when it's available. And then further, right, that there's sales down the road, right? Like some games, he was talking, and you're going to laugh, I believe it was Batman Arkham Asylum or one of the last Arkham games.
Okay.
Was unplayable on PC on release.
Yeah, Arkham Knight. Yeah,
Arkham
that's
Knight,
it.
yeah. And for months, and so part of his argument is waiting, right? Waiting till the bugs come out, which is kind of sad when you think about, companies releasing unfinished software, essentially.
Yeah.
So, but the other big thing, and this is the stinger, is the whole PC. He's like, I don't want to get into the PC versus console debate.
Uh-oh.
But
wait for it.
Steam sales come out. You're talking, the December starts rolling around, the Christmas sales. You get some games for as much as 80% off, right? I mean, you're
some
almost
game from the 90s. Who wants that crap?
No, there's still good games that are on there. And then you're like, then you're almost like, dude, I can't pass this. This game's $2. I have to buy this game, right? Knights of the Old Republic, right? That was on, to $5. Right? Like, how do you not buy that? Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. How do you not spend the money on that, right? Baldur's Gate was a fantastic game.
Like 8
right?
discs? It was like 8 discs?
It was, but you don't need those discs anymore.
What?
No. So, but that, he was basically saying that in that realm, PC beats out console, because with Steam, you can get very, very reasonably priced games. So just thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, well, you can get really good deals on the corner too, Brian. Doesn't mean you want to go to the corner.
Moving on.
Shady and
wow,
dark.
we're really over on this segment. So how about we finish up Top Nerd News, and we'll get into our third segment. So last thing is the Fine Brothers Entertainment controversy. Did you follow any of that?
Yes.
So don't try to copyright words that we use every day, right?
I'm going to copyright water. So if you ever want to drink water, you have to pay me $0.25 for that privilege.
So just to catch folks up, if they haven't paid attention to that one, is the React videos. The Fine Brothers Entertainment that are known for reaction videos that they post on the net. And these guys went and basically attempted to trademark, copyright all of these, kids react, parents react, grandparents react, all these
porn stores react to church.
Right. All these different deals in order to put out a platform that then they could license out to folks to follow their format. And they even, in reading, because I didn't realize this, Ellen DeGeneres, did a reaction video on her show, and they got their fans to give Ellen heck for doing yeah.
You don't mess with Ellen.
Right. That's how
Wow.
So when they came out and they're like, hey, yeah, we apply for these copyrights, trademarks, all this stuff, and we're going to release this grand product that's going to be awesome, the internet went insane. And this trademark copyright attorney came in, and he's like, I will represent the people pro bono to get these guys to stop and change their mind. Now, they finally did. They finally backed down.
Well, good. They
rescinded everything that they're trying to do, and they even contacted the guy and was like, look, here's all the proof that we've rescinded all of our stuff. And the lawyer, seems like a nice guy, and he came out and he's like, look, don't go and attack these guys. They're trying to do the right thing, and
they have seen the error of their ways.
Exactly. So, but it was very interesting.
Now feel free to react in any way you choose. And film it and put it on the internet.
Well said. So, all right, how about we take a break now?
Okay, yeah, but on leaving, Conan, it's coming. Conan Exiles.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Just more Conan. 2 Conan stories in 2 weeks, man. It's just all Conan all the time. All right, guys, stay tuned. This is the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280 and
Spreaker.
Yeah, that's what we're going with. All right, Stay tuned. We'll be right back. The Legend of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses, comes to the Sanger Theater on April 1st. A 4-movement symphony based on Nintendo's Legend of Zelda franchise, with breathtaking video, beautifully timed with a full orchestra and choir. For more information, go to zeldasymphony.com or buy your tickets now at ticketmaster.com.
The 39th Annual Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Gaming Convention, CoastCon, is happening this March 4th through 6th in the Gulf Coast Coliseum in Biloxi. CoastCon is the longest-running and largest convention in Mississippi. Enjoy 3 days of gaming, costumes, shopping, and guest panels with such amazing guests like Steve Bloom from Star Wars Rebels, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn from Naruto, and New York Times bestselling author Jacqueline Carey. For more information, go to coastcon.org or check out their Facebook page. CoastCon, March 4th through 6th. Don't miss it.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Maybon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
Now back to The Week in Geek.
Ooh, I'm so happy.
Broadcasting from the TubbyandCoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
This is brilliant dialogue.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280, Spreaker.com, and the TubbyandCoos.com studios. This is Brian Held with
The other guy.
Yes, who forgot to change the rejoinder.
Shut up. I like Stanley. I totally did that on purpose. We're going with that.
All right, so this segment, we have a couple things to cover. Do you want to start with that?
No.
No?
Damn it. I thought I had put it in here. I don't know. Talk to the audience.
Talk to the audience.
I'm using them while I figure something out.
All right. Well, do you have any fanfare
For
fan of the month?
No.
No?
No. I'm not even. No.
All right. So you figure that out, and I'll do fan. So
Oh, wait. That's loud.
that is loud. All right. So our fan of the month this month is a guy who's been listening for a while. We've met him in person at some of our remotes, but most notably recently, he has really busted his buns and gotten us some interviews, man.
Yes.
And
yes, he has.
that's and they've been fantastic. So Matthew Levine, our listener of the month, thank you so much. We appreciate all that you're doing for the show. And yeah, if you want to try to set up some more interviews, we'll definitely take them.
Woohoo! Yeah. He's our tweet master. This
He
dude
is.
he's like a one-man tweet army.
He is. No, definitely. So
Yeah, he hooked us up with Naomi Novik.
and Jason
Huff.
Huff. Yeah.
So good on you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
And speaking of authors,
Yes.
we have our book of the month.
Oh, that's right. God
As-
damn it, Brian.
What?
Yeah, you just drop all this crap on me all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm using this old outdated software to do this
What?
stupid show on Spreaker, frackin' rick and frack.
What are you talking about? They just updated it.
I don't have any of our sound effects on this. So I have nothing.
You have
Absolutely
nothing?
nothing.
All right. Well, I don't know what you're doing over there. If you're trying to,
I'm trying to find crap.
launch the shuttle or something.
I will punch you in your dirt. I hate Brian fan club.
Yeah.
I'm going to join that club.
You're-
That club's going to be awesome. I heard your boss is in it.
So, I'll tell a quick story because it is pretty geeky. I posted something to Dave's Facebook recently, just kind of poking fun at football, and of course he replies with "I hate your face," and my boss saw that and snipped it and said that he needs to make Dave a fan of the I Hate Brian fan club, which is something that my boss says that he is the president of.
See, I need to meet this man. He apparently has good taste.
Yeah, but it all goes back to when I used to play WoW, and I was running around World of Warcraft doing my thing, and all of a sudden I get a little whisper message, right? It's a private message between me and another individual, and sends it to me, and the name is I Hate Brian. Right? And you know, I don't even remember what the message was. It was, but you know, eventually I figured out it. He tells me it's my boss, right? And he's messing with me, and I'm like, oh, that's very funny, but whatever. The funniest part about that story, though, is that within 2 minutes of him creating that character and logging in just to mess with me on the server, some guy sees the character and sends a message to him going, dude, Brian can't be that bad.
You don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so I am ready for Book of the Month. I
Are
think.
you?
Yes.
Wow.
All right. You ready?
Let's go. Yeah.
Check this out, y'all. Read a book, 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 read a book,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. All right. So, what is the Book of the Month, Brian?
All right. Well, the book of the month is Maybaum and Pomegranate by Kimberly B. Richardson.
Who is she? She sounds awesome.
Well, these books are chosen by our chief librarian, my dear and lovely wife, D.L. Held. And so, Maybaum.
Are you saying your wife can be bought off?
No. I'm saying that she chose this book. Look,
Dude,
I
don't know. I'm casting dispersions now.
you're going to get a librarian suplex, man. She will come over here and destroy you.
She's my favorite Held. I like her better than you anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So Maybaum and Pomegranate is a novel that includes 2 novellas about the world of myths colliding with our reality. In Maybaum, Monica discovers that she has not just moved into a new town filled with creative people like herself, but also creatures out of myths and fairy tales. Ooh. Soon after, Monica discovers the town of Maybaum's secret, and she has to decide if she wants to dive down the rabbit hole and save her not-human boyfriend or run as far away as she can from the supernatural town of Maybaum and all its supernatural inhabitants. On the other side, the main character in Pomegranate is Alex, a bookstore owner. He loves, let's see, wait. I guess it's a her, I'm sorry. She loves her life with her husband, friends, and businesses. Everything seems perfect in her life until Hades, the Greek god of death, walks into her bookstore and life one day. Her life starts to unravel as the god of death entwines himself in it.
So death just shows up at the bookstore?
Why not?
I don't know. That's disturbing.
It's Hades.
Oh, it's Hades.
Yes.
Well, Hades isn't really death.
He's the Greek god of death.
Of the underworld.
Okay.
So I mean, he was who played him in the Hercules movie.
Hercules, I don't know.
Oh God, he's like some rampaging righty. He's nuts.
Well,
oh
yeah.
God, he's like a tweet machine. He's just like, oh, if you even have a, oh God.
But actually, I like the portrayal of Hades in the Dresden Files by Jim Butcher.
I have not read that.
No, it's good stuff. Dresden at one.
I'm sorry, I can't read a book in 3 freaking days, Mr. Held.
2.5.
Shut your face. God, I hate you.
Look, it just happens. I don't. Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Kimberly Richardson is our author, but what's the name of the book again?
It's
which
Maybaum
book?
and Pomegranate.
Now I want a tea.
Yeah. And she is a fine purveyor of teas.
I know.
She makes all kind of teas. Yeah. What?
Viridian?
Viridian Tea Girl is her name. So Viridian Tea Company. Yeah. Actually, it's funny you bring that up because her teas will now be sold at Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop.
Is that what you call a tease?
You're awful.
I know. Well, no, Candace is getting her own special blend.
Yeah.
See, Brian, we just bring people together.
We do.
Actually, I don't think we had anything to do with
Probably not. No.
All right. So, Brian, you know what?
What?
It's time for the triumphant return.
All right. Hopefully this works.
Let's see.
Oh.
Wow. Ouch.
Drop it.
I can't. Ow.
That's not going to help.
No. Yeah, it did.
That may have helped us, but did it help?
I have no idea. We're sorry. This is why I don't like being out of the studio.
Yeah. It is a lot easier in the studio.
It's like some crappy podcast we're doing right now.
Oh, come on now.
So, Brian, what is the name of your crappy song? I mean, your super groovy hit of the week.
So this is D&D by Stephen Lynch, and it's one of his few clean songs because he's got a lot of.
Oh, look, it's just starting already. What?
He's
Oh, it's not even playing. There it is. They're not getting any of it.
We're not getting any of it.
Well, damn it. Stupid thing.
I wonder what's
I don't know. Well, damn, Brian.
Yeah.
See, I should have recorded it, and then I could have played it, and then I could put it in the hotkey thing.
That's true. You could have.
What a crappy triumphant return.
Yeah, I know.
Good job. Screw it. Let's go to break. This show is a sham.
All right.
We need to do This Week in Geek History next anyway.
Yes.
And while we're doing that, I'll go ahead and change the rejoin.
All right.
All right, guys, stay tuned. This is a crappy edition of The Week in Geek, not on Fox Sports, but Spreaker.com. The Legend of Zelda, Symphony of the Goddesses, comes to the Sanger Theater on April 1st. A 4-movement symphony based on Nintendo's Legend of Zelda franchise, with breathtaking video, beautifully timed with a full orchestra and choir. For more information, go to zeldasymphony.com or buy your tickets now at ticketmaster.com.
The 39th Annual Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Gaming Convention, CoastCon, is happening this March 4th through 6th in the Gulf Coast Coliseum in Biloxi. CoastCon is the longest running and largest convention in Mississippi. Enjoy 3 days of gaming, costumes, shopping, and guest panels with such amazing guests like Steve Bloom from Star Wars Rebels, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn from Naruto, and New York Times bestselling author Jacqueline Carey. For more information, go to coastcon.org or check out their Facebook page. CoastCon, March 4th through 6th. Don't miss it.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Mabon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
Final round.
This is the Week in Geek
Excellent.
on Fox Sports 1280.
Outstanding.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios,
Fight.
here's David and Brian.
Finish him.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280, Spreaker.com, and from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, it's Brian with
Sub-Zero. All right, Brian.
So, do you want to try the song again?
Yeah, here's a little sample, guys.
I got my 12-sided die and I'm ready to roll with the wizard and my goblin crew. My friends are coming over to my mom's basement, bringing Funyuns and the Mountain Dew. I got a big broadsword made out of cardboard, and that stereo's a pumping Zeppelin. It's that time of the night, we turn on the black light, let the Dungeons and the Dragons begin. It's D&D, fighting with the legends of yore. It's D&D, never kissed a lady before. Nope. Woo! All right, you gonna bring the thunder? Bring the thunder. Bring the thunder, man. Come on. Let's go.
Well, okay, so
And it's a comedic.
to give folks some context, because we haven't done DJ Brian Super Groovy Hit of the Week.
Right. Context, you have crappy taste in music.
Okay, and of course, we all know, or at least our older listeners know, that you're just a jaded music major.
It doesn't matter. I know good music when I hear it.
Apparently not.
And you have terrible taste in music.
No, because I like geeky music. I like parody music, comedic music, which this is obviously very comedic.
Yes.
So,
but it's not a parody. It's not these god-awful songs that you like, they take good songs and then ruin it.
What about the Uptown Funk? Right?
That was so stupid.
What, the Dark Lord Funk? You didn't like that?
That was ridiculously stupid.
Yeah, you know, I'm not the only person who heard Dark Lord Funk before they heard Uptown Funk.
Well, then y'all are just even more stupid and like get out of your cellars.
What?
There's a whole wide world out there to be seen.
Uh-huh.
See, that's just proof that the song that it's based off is better than the crap that y'all actually heard the first go-round. You're like, man, wow, that song's got a great beat. Wow. And it's like, Dark Lord Funk, no.
Yeah, but...
Get out of here.
Uh-huh, okay.
What are we doing?
Well, we're going to do what we do every show. We're going to finish it out with This Week in Geek History.
Thank God this show's almost over. Let's do it.
This Week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
This Week in Geek History is brought to you by The Legend of Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses. Find them on the net at zelda-symphony.com. This Week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
All right. Are you ready on the hotkey, sir? I guess you are. All right, so the first item on my list is actually for our friend Ernie.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
It's on February 1st, 1928.
Does it have something to do with Cthulhu?
H.P. Lovecraft's short story, The Call of Cthulhu, is published in Weird Tales.
Snailed it. Dude, when I'm doing the updating the Week in Geek Facebook page, every now and again I'll do a little cheat sheet. I'll peek over on Ernie's page and be like, "Hey, what's Ernie got?" I'm like, "Ooh, yeah, he found the action figure, the Cthulhu action figure."
Hey, Ernie finds some great stuff on the net,
He
and
does.
we steal from him all the time.
I guess we should. Yeah. Well, I guess this is our way of saying, thanks. Well, he was our very first listener of the month.
He was, yes.
Because he had to go back and listen to. Oh, he wasn't.
No. Ken and Aaron.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think he was our second, though,
Yes.
because he tortured himself and went back and listened to all the old shows of the Week in Geek when it was just lonely old me stinking up the airwaves.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's
Good
rough
times,
listening.
good times. Shut up. It wasn't that bad.
Next item on the list, February 2nd, 1887.
Had an itchy trigger finger.
I see that.
What was the date?
1887.
Ooh, what was going on then?
In Puxatawney, Pennsylvania, the first Groundhog Day is observed.
And then the next day was observed again. And then again. It was observed again the next day.
Uh-huh.
And so was that the first time like they tried to actually eat the groundhog? 1877. It's not like they had a freaking McDonald's down the street. Look, there's a groundhog. Eat it. It's not afraid of its shadow. It's afraid of getting eaten.
Uh-huh.
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
Every year when around Groundhog Day, of course, the memes from the movie come out, and my favorite one is about you should state that there's going to be a sequel and just re-release the same movie.
That is the best. I love that movie. That movie is just that's a freaking classic.
Oh
movie,
yeah,
man.
No, it's great. It's great. All right, next on the list. You ready?
I am. I'm
you
gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it too soon.
February 3rd, 1995. Eileen Collins becomes the
Eileen? Does she have only one leg? Sorry. Who is it?
Oh, wow. Eileen Collins becomes the first female space shuttle pilot for Discovery launch from the Kennedy Space Center.
Oh, well, she couldn't have only had one leg. They wouldn't have let her on the spacecraft.
Exactly. So, no, that's good. We like to try to...
Did you know her pen pal in China? Irene.
Oh, Dave. Come on.
I am a bad person.
You are a bad,
I know.
bad man.
Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear what I'm...
All right. I guess we'll move on from that. You ready?
I'm ready.
February 3rd, 2006. The very first episode of the IT Crowd airs in the UK.
Never heard of it.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious, but I never saw it.
You need to see this.
No, because I wouldn't understand half the crap.
Why wouldn't you understand it?
Because it's about IT.
Yeah, but it's not like that, right? They don't delve into it, but
I wouldn't get half the humor. It's the whole reason I don't watch pothead movies because I don't understand half the crap they're saying. Hey, I got a joint. It's like what? I don't even know what Well, I know what a joint is.
I mean, that whole deal about have you tried turning it on, off and on again, right? That comes. I mean, you get that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the kind of humor.
So that's the same joke. They just keep saying it over and over.
Well, they do say it a lot, but I mean, there's some stuff because their manager Jen is really doesn't understand technology at all.
Okay. So I would associate with closely with that.
Exactly.
Character.
That's the character you would associate
with.
And they mess with her all the time.
I've had friends who worked in that industry as well, and it's like I think my favorite was when they were telling me like, "Oh, so you have an ID10T problem," and I was just like, wait. I'm like, what is that? And he's like, dude, just spell it out. ID10T.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he goes, dude, you know how many times I've told people that? And they're like, really? An ID10T problem? Yeah. Wow, well, I'm going to go ask someone about that. He's like, you go ahead and do that. Thanks for calling.
My favorite one, it's actually got this guy at work who, young guy, kind of green, and he stops me. We were headed out to lunch, and we were... Some of my coworkers and I were being taken out to lunch somewhere, so we were in a rush. And we're moving along, and this guy kind of catches in the hallway, and he's like, oh, hey, wait. And I'm like, you better move. You better come with us. Come on. And he's like, do you know about this GlobalNet application? And I'm like, I don't know about GlobalNet, but I know about Skynet.
Oh, God.
And he writes that down, right, as we're moving. And he's like, well, okay. And I said, look, John Connor is the subject matter expert on that. You need to talk to him. He'll tell you everything you need to know. And he's write it down. Yeah.
You are a jerk.
I let him hang for.
You talking about
lunch.
Me?
After lunch, I came in and let him off the hook. All right, I didn't, but he ate it.
Oh,
man, it was great.
You are a terrible person.
What can I say? Yeah. Next item on the list. You ready?
Yes.
February 5th, 1924. The Royal Greenwich Observatory began broadcasting hourly time signals known as the Greenwich Time Signal or the BBC Pips.
Is that like the Rockettes?
No. I had to look this one up. It's kind of interesting. Apparently on the BBC, because we obviously don't get the BBC, but every hour
we know a guy.
We do know a guy
who's got an IP address change.
But every hour on the hour, they send these little tones out, right? These little beep beep kind of tones or whatever, and apparently it's for time synchronization is what it's about. But in the digital age, it's becoming kind of superfluous. So.
Ooh, big word.
I know. Yes. But I just thought it was kind of cool,
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
That's about it.
You ready for the next one?
No.
Yes. You're going to like the next one.
Sure.
Yes. February 7th, 1974. Mel Brooks' Blazing Saddles is released. Excuse me while I whip this out.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. It is a good movie. See, look, we left on a high note.
Yay!
All of the history I have.
All right, well, we only got like about a minute and a half left, man.
Yeah, something like that. I got some birthdays.
Okay.
On the 1st, it was Bill Mummy.
Bill Mummy?
Yeah.
Like Bill Murray's broke brother?
No, it's Will Robinson from Lost in Space. He was also on Babylon 5, Lanier. Come on, Lost in Space, dude. Danger, Will Robinson. Come on.
You did the hand symbol and everything.
You have to do the hand signal. Even though our listeners can't see me, you have to do the hand signals when you say Danger, Will Robinson. The second, Brent Spiner.
Hey, Data.
Okay, there you go.
Data.
On the third...
Did you see that stupid meme?
What?
Hey, I'm calling you on my new Android phone. It's got unlimited data.
Yeah. All right, on the third, it's Warwick Davis.
Hey, Wicket.
There you go.
Willow.
On the 4th, George A. Romero.
Wait, George Romero, like the Dead? No,
Yeah,
Night of the Living Dead.
Co-wrote Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, that guy.
He has the most horrible sense of humor.
Does he?
He did a little bit one of his latest movies. I think it was Diary of the Living Dead.
Okay.
And he was trying to be funny, and it was just so god awful. And have you seen his glasses? He's kind of got like the Harry Carey glasses. I mean, they're really thick and ridiculous looking, but that's his look, and he's sticking with it. But yeah, he's the real father of modern zombie cinema.
All right. On the 7th, Eddie Izzard.
Oh yeah. He's funny.
Executive transvestite.
Yeah.
And also on the 7th, James Spader.
Oh yeah, from Stargate. And God knows how many
Pretty
other
in
things.
Pink, Less Than Zero, Stargate, The Practice,
Ultron.
Boston Legal. Yes, Ultron, yeah. So lots of stuff there. So that's all I got, Dave.
Well, good thing he was born.
Yes.
So, all right, guys, this has been another interesting installment of the Weekend Geek. Brian, it's been interesting.
It has been. So we were supposed to have a guest tonight. He got canceled due to some
parade
scheduling.
Yeah,
parade
I mean, it's almost like this day was cursed from the get-go.
Right. So for those those listeners who are not in New Orleans, it's Mardi Gras down here. Everything's crazy.
Yes.
So anyway,
gird your loins.
Right.
Tuesday is Mardi Gras.
So we're going to get Mr. Cedric Whittaker back in the studio on a later date.
We have
also,
a huge guest next Thursday.
Well, we do, but I was going to say, we got bounced out of the studio for Tulane coverage.
That is correct.
But we got Matt Finley, president of In Exile Entertainment, coming in the studio next week, and lots of.
But
cool stuff.
Fox Sports 1280 is now the home of your Zephyrs.
Oh yeah, I did know
so
that, yeah.
I think that what that means for us is we're going to get a ass ton of tickets to give away for the Zephyrs games, and it should not conflict with us.
Well, that's good. Also,
fingers crossed.
Next week we need to give away those Zelda tickets.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Yeah,
Legend of Zelda.
We have Zelda tickets to give away. We also have some vaping units from Vaping Tiger to give away soon.
Yes, we do.
So probably in a couple weeks we'll do that. Look, fabulous gifts and prizes to give away.
Y'all could be yours on the Wheel of Nerd.
So, all right, guys.
Thanks for listening. Spreaker.com. Like us on Facebook. Please follow us on Spreaker. Once we hit 100, magical things happen. Brian takes off his shirt and does the truffle shuffle. It's going to be awesome. Trust me. And anything else? Follow us. Like us on,
Facebook. All that stuff.
Yes. Twitter at Twig Radio. And once again, a big shout out to our listener of the month, Mr. Matt Levine.
Yes.
At Twihard is his Twitter handle. So, all right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
I'm playing the outro music with my mouth. Boop, ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. All right, guys. Later.